I have family over upstairs. You may hear them a little bit, but I couldn't wait. I had to get this off of my chest. 470 plus passing yards. The most by any Eagles quarterback in the history of Philadelphia Eagles. Just let that sink in. The most 400-yard passing games by any quarterback in Eagles history. A league record of 7 passing touchdowns in one game. Super Bowl MVP. Nick Foles. Nick Foles has possibly just played his last game. He has possibly just played his last game at the Link. He's possibly just played his last game in Philadelphia. A legend, a rock star. This game is the epitome of what legends are made of. Almost knocked out of this game in the fourth quarter. Had the big lead, gave it up, drove them back down to get them in game-winning position to win this game. Our second 2-game winning streak of the season. Staring down at the eyes of the third. We are staring down at a 3-game winning streak for the first time. And it's all because of number 9. It's all because of Niner. It's all because of Nick Foles. Look, man, we can't take players like this for granted. But what do you want? What do you want, Eagles Nation? What do you want? What do you want the franchise to do? It's not a battle between Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. It's not a battle between the two of them. The franchise hands are simply tied. You gotta back your guy that you drafted. You gotta back your guy that you traded up for. You gotta back your franchise. You gotta back this young stud. You gotta back and believe in the abilities of Carson Wentz. You have to. You can't write that off right now. You can't write that off right now. You gotta stay the course. And you gotta trust in Carson Wentz. But is Nick Foles gonna get paid by somebody who needs a quarterback? Now you might have all just seen the last of Nick Foles, but I tell you one thing, I haven't. I'll be up close and personal to get another good look at my quarterback, Niner, my Super Bowl MVP. No matter where he goes, I will follow Nick Foles. I will always have ultimate respect for Nick Foles. That man has a statue in Philly. He's a real character. Rocky got a statue. He ain't real. We got a real living hero. Ain't no story. Ain't no book. We got Nick Foles. Nick Foles will always be a Philadelphia Eagle. So although this is a bittersweet moment, his success, the way he's grown, the way he's matured, the way he wins, the way he keeps us on the edge of our seats, the way he throws that deep ball to whoever, the way he spreads the ball around. Nick Foles is possibly the greatest quarterback to ever put on an Eagles jersey. Possibly the greatest quarterback to ever put on an Eagles jersey. It's not even looking close at this point. All the records that Carson Wentz will have to break will be by the guy that backed him up. But I believe Carson can do it. I believe Carson can throw for more than 471 yards in a game. I believe Carson Wentz will have more than 400 passing yard games in the Eagles uniform. I believe in Carson Wentz the same way I believe in Nick Foles. Now, I said we was going to win this game. I believe so much that we will win this game that I didn't attend the last home game. I said, you know what? I think they're gonna need the support more. They're gonna need the support more in the last game of the season against the Washington Redskins. They're gonna need that support more. It's not about home. We're gonna get all the love and all the support at home. We need the support on the road. We need the Bears. We need the support on the road, and we need the Seahawks to not win another game. We need all that to happen. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys for wrapping up the NFC East. There, I said it. It hurt my stomach coming up, but I said it. Congratulations to the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys. I don't dislike the Cowboys. But the pride and the fight that we have shown with all the losses that we have shown, that we have endured, makes me love my team even more. Nick Foles is a champion. Nick Foles is the greatest quarterback to ever put on a Philadelphia Eagles jersey. It's Nick Foles. Carson Wentz will be the greatest when it's all said and done, but right now it's Nick Foles. Greater than McNabb. Greater than them all. It's Nick Foles, and it's not even close. He was the one that brought us the Super Bowl. He's the one that threw 7 touchdowns in one game. He's the one with the franchise record for most passing yards. He got the 7 touchdowns the first time with us, broke that record. Then he broke more his second time around with us. It's something about the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles. So how could you part ways with them? How could you part ways with Nick Foles if you're the Philadelphia Eagles? How could you do it? Are you going to say it like this? Or are you going to say you deserve to be a starter? You deserve to run your own team? You deserve to be the guy somewhere? Are you going to break it down like that? Or are you going to be selfish and ask him to still be your backup? It's a lot of ways you can go about this. But ultimately, I want what's best for Nick Foles. And what's best for Nick Foles is to not be a backup. Nick Foles needs to command a huddle and do what he's done somewhere else. Will it turn out the same way? Who knows? But I know Nick Foles and the city of brotherly love will always have a connection. That statue will always be there. You want Philly, Philly, it'll always be there. You want the Philly special will live. It will breathe. It will breathe. And I hate to talk about Nick Foles like he passed away, but this may be the last game we see Nick Foles in the link. And it hurts my heart. But it ain't the last time I see Nick Foles. This is for Nick Foles. I will be at that game. Me and my wife. Real up close and personal. We're going to sweep the Redskins. And we're going to get in that wild card spot. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Now let's get into the game. Marvelous game. I know they're a little loud up there. I got the mic on. Maybe the mic catch more of me than they catch my family upstairs. Marvelous game by Nick Foles. Nick Foles. I can't say enough about Nick Foles. I gotta bust down the schematics and I gotta look at the game plan. But I think this is the first game of the season where we actually won a game and didn't run the ball 25 or more times. But I gotta look it up. I'm not sure. The only downslide to this week is the Vikings winning. I knew Dallas would win this game. I hope they would lose, but I knew Dallas would pull this one out. We're still alive. We're the only team left in the hunt. A lot of things still need to happen, but I trust and believe they're going to happen. Starting with us taking care of our business first, finishing this thing out 9-7. We won't be the worst champions ever. We won't. We won't finish under 500. We won't be that defending champion. If we get in the playoffs, all things are possible. Especially with Nick Foles knowing that he is on his last ride with the city that has done so much for him and with the city that he's done so much for. Nick Foles and Alshon Jeffrey has amazing chemistry. Nick Foles spreaded the ball around like it's nobody's business. He was like a point guard out there. He literally was like Rajon Rondo in his prime. Rondo number 9, Nick Foles number 9. They were out there spreading it around. Zach Ertz broke that record today. One of the greatest seasons ever by a tight end. This is so much good stuff you can say. Actually, Nick Foles broke 2 records today. Nick Foles has the most 400 passing yard games in Eagles history and 417 yards in one game. Highest in regular season games in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. Super Bowl MVP, the only one to do it. Man, Nick Foles. I thought we might have blew it. I thought we were going to choke in that game. I'm not going to lie. I honestly thought we was going to choke in that game. But in that last drive, when I saw Nick Foles take that hit and get back in, it didn't even matter if he won it at that point. His heart, his resilience. He is Philadelphia, man. Some guys are made to play for Philly, and Nick Foles is made to play in Philly. Just like Jimmy Butler is made to play for the Sixers. Some guys just got that dog in them, and they made for the city of brotherly love. Nick Foles is a champion all across the board. I am proud to say Nick Foles is one of my quarterbacks. Nick Foles will always hold a special place in my heart. I'm getting a Nick Foles jersey, and I'm gonna be there representing, man. I'm gonna be there representing. Nobody thought we would beat the Rams. Nobody thought we would beat the Texans. Nobody thought we would blast you in the playoffs. Nobody thought we would beat the Falcons. Nobody thought we would beat the Vikings. Nobody thought we would beat Tom Brady, but Nick Foles beat all of them. Nick Foles beat all of them. You keep discrediting this guy, and this guy keeps getting it done. The greatest quarterback in Philadelphia Eagles history is Nick Foles. And I get to see him one more time. Best Christmas present ever.